Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee again with SEC 210. Today I'm going to be going over Lab 5.1.5, which is tracing a route. Now, this should be pretty straightforward, especially if you've done a lot of IT stuff, because we're going to be doing Traceroute and network connectivity with ping, things like that. Alright, there's only 2 questions to answer, and the lab is 4 pages, so it's not very long at all. Alright, so tracing a route will list each routing device that a packet crosses as it traverses a network from source to destination. Route tracing is typically executed at the command line as traceroute or traceRT or traceroute in Linux. Alright, traceRT is on Microsoft Windows. Traceroute tool is often used for network troubleshooting. By showing a list of routers traversed, it allows the user to identify the path taken to reach a particular destination on the network or across internetworks. Each router represents a point where one network connects to another network and through which the data packet was forwarded. The number of routers is known as the number of hops the data traveled from source to destination. The displayed list can help identify data flow problems when trying to access a service such as a website. It can also be useful when performing tasks such as downloading data. If there are multiple websites mirrors available for the same data file, one can trace each mirror to get a good idea of which mirror would be the fastest to use. 2 trace routes between the same source and destination conducted sometime apart may produce different results. This is due to the meshed nature of the interconnected networks that comprise the internet and the internet protocol's ability to select different pathways over which to send packets. Command line based route tracing tools are usually embedded within the operating system of the end device. Alright, using internet connection, you will use 2 route tracing utilities to examine the internet pathway to destination networks. First, you will verify connectivity to a website. Second, you will use the Traceroute utility on the Linux command line. Third, you will use a web-based Traceroute tool. Alright, so we need our CBROPS workstation, internet access, which we have. Alright, so verify network connectivity using ping. Alright, I'm already logged in. Open the terminal. Type in ping-c for www.cisco.com. And once you start seeing the IP resolved from the URL, you know it's pretty much going through, and then it gives you the stats at the end if there's a packet loss, things like that. Alright, so let's see. The first output displays the fully qualified domain name, or FQDN. Alright. This is followed by the IP address, which is right there. Notice it's not the same one as in this instructions. Alright, Cisco hosts the same web content on different servers throughout the world, known as mirrors. Therefore, depending upon where you are geographically, the fully qualified domain name and the IP will be different. Alright, 4 pings were sent and a reply was received for each ping. Because each ping received a response, there was 0 packet loss. On average, it took, now they're talking about their stuff. Well, we're pretty daggone close. I'm at 3004 milliseconds. They're at 3005 for the packets across the network. The millisecond is 1/1000th of a second. Your results will likely be different, but man, they're close. All right, tracing a route to a remote server using Traceroute. Now that basic reachability has been verified by using the ping tool, it is helpful to look more closely at each network segment that is crossed. Routes traced can go through many hops and a number of different internet service providers or ISPs, depending on the size of your ISP and location of the source and destination hosts. Each hop represents a router. A router is a specialized type of computer used to direct traffic across the internet. Imagine taking an automobile trip across several countries using many highways. At different points in the trip, you come to a fork in the road in which you have the option to select from several different highways. Now further imagine that there is a device at each fork in the road that directs you to take the correct highway to your final destination. This is what a router does for packets on a network. All right, most of you guys probably know that since you've already taken Net 125. All right, because computers talk in binary or hexadecimal numbers rather than words, routers are uniquely identified using IP addresses. The Traceroute tool shows you that a path through the network a packet of information takes to reach its final destination. Traceroute tool also gives you an idea of how fast traffic is going on each segment of the network. Packets are sent to each router in the path, and the return time is measured in milliseconds. Alright, note, CBROPS Workstation VM network settings may need to be set to bridged adapter if you're not getting any traceroute results. Yeah, if it's set to like NAT, you might have to change it to bridged. Check your network settings, go to machine settings. I'm not going to do that, but network, adapter 1, change it to bridged adapter. Alright, to do this, Traceroute tool is used. So I'm actually going to do a clear. Alright. Traceroute www.cisco.com. Alright, and this will show each hop. Notice up to 30 hops max. I've never seen anywhere close to that, but alright. If you'd like to save the traceroute output to a text file for later review, use the right caret and the desired file name to save the output in the present directory. In this example, the traceroute output is saved to the home analyst Cisco traceroute.txt file. And that's kind of weird, it timed out. Gateway. Here, let me do ping again. www.cisco.com. It's weird it pinged it. Let's see. If you don't have any internet access, it might time out like that. But now, let's see this thing. I'm going to change my network settings to bridged. Alright, that should be good. Let's see if it changes it. Notice that's where it changed over. Notice it's pinging the same IP address. I'm going to do Control-C to break out of it. I'm going to do traceroute. Or there we go. Alright. So it was right. If you turn off NAT, so I can see I'm going out my gateway, out to my ISP. Alright. So if you were to save it to a text file, let's do the up arrow, caret Cisco. Traceroute.txt. I've actually never done that before. Hopefully it'll work now that I just did it. Come on. Alright, so let's cat Cisco. Alright, so there we go. Notice it worked. That's pretty neat. Alright. So perform and save the traceroute results in one of the following websites. These are the regional internet registries, or RIR websites located in different parts of the world. Alright. Trace a route to a remote server using web-based Traceroute Tool. Open the web browser in the VM, which right here with little world. Alright. Well, hopefully we got internet connection. https://g-suite.tools/traceroute. There we go. All right. Enter any website you wish. Example, cisco.com, trace. If you get the error, Firefox, which I'm not getting that. All right, let's see what we got to do here. Open up a terminal, go to sudo ntpd. That's a QG, CBROPS. All right, review the geographical locations of the corresponding hops. What did you observe regarding the path? It's kind of weird because I don't see a lot of it. Let's see, NTPD, QG. To fix the time, enter the following command to update the clock time and refresh the web browser. Alright, so that's refresh the time. Oh, that's network time protocol. I believe that's daemon. Alright, review the geographical locations of the corresponding hops. So let's look at the path. It's kind of hard to zoom in on it while I'm using this, but anyways, you can tell they're all in Europe. Alright, so how is the traceroute different when going to cisco.com or other websites from the terminal rather than from the online website? The results may vary depending on where you're located geographically and which ISP is providing connectivity to your school. So obviously we're pinging here from America, but they're pinging from, you'd have to look up the IP address, but you can find a location, but it's all in Europe. And that's it. We'll make this short and sweet, but that's how you do traceroute and a ping. All right, thanks for watching.